Welcome to the Inspiring Welsh Schools podcast, a company led by teachers and inspiring the future. Thanks so much for joining us today. And hey, if you enjoy this episode, make sure you like, follow, and share our podcast, because the more teachers we reach across Wales, the better, right? Before we dive in, a quick shout out to our sponsor, www.soccersquad.uk. They run football coaching for boys and girls aged 6 to 12 years old in Llandaff North, Cardiff, every Monday and Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's structured, it's fun, and it builds skills, teamwork, and confidence. So if you're looking for something engaging for pupils outside school, definitely check them out. Alright, let's get started. Today we're talking about challenging pupils and creating a classroom environment where learners are appropriately stretched. Now you know the feeling, right? You've set a task, a few pupils sail through, a few struggle, and some are completely stuck. How do we make sure all pupils are being challenged, but not overwhelmed? That's exactly what we're unpacking today. Let's start with high expectations. High expectations don't mean impossible. No, that's not it. It's about encouraging learners to stretch themselves, right? For example, in reception, challenging pupils might mean building more complex structures with blocks or asking them to explain why they chose certain shapes. You might pause and say, I see you chose this block, can you tell me why? And here's the thing, pausing for even 5 seconds feels like forever. But that's exactly when real thinking happens, you see. In Year 2, high expectations might mean writing longer sentences in literacy, or solving slightly more complex maths problems. Maybe you give them a story starter and say, now let's see if you can surprise me with the ending, scaffold them if needed, but let them take ownership, let them explore, let them make mistakes. That's where real learning lives. Now let's talk about the learning sweet spot. Right, this is crucial, too easy, and pupils are just practicing skills they already know, too hard, and they don't learn at all, they shut down, right? So the sweet spot, that zone where a task is just challenging enough, pupils have to stretch their thinking, but not so much that they feel overwhelmed. For example, in Year 4 maths, multi-step word problems are perfect if scaffolded carefully. Too complex, pupils get stuck, too simple. Boredom hit the sweet spot, and suddenly they're engaged, thinking critically, enjoying the challenge, you see. Now creating a safe environment for challenge, pupils won't take risks if they feel they'll be judged or laughed at, right? In Year 3, you can explicitly teach that mistakes are part of learning. Phrases like, great attempt, let's see how we can build on this, or interesting idea, what happens if we try it a different way? You see, effort is celebrated, not just being right. Some pupils are more risk-averse, quiet, careful, worried about being wrong. In Year 5, these pupils might need low-stakes challenges, small group puzzles, mini-maths investigations, things where failure isn't scary. Gradually, they gain confidence, and eventually tackle bigger challenges on their own. Differentiation is key. Not everyone can work at the same level, and that's fine. //pause // Year 6 maths is a good example. One group might tackle complex multi-step problems, another might use visual prompts or guided steps. Both groups are challenged, just differently, right? Pause and the payoff, huge. Everyone is learning at the edge of their capability. Another strategy that works wonders, modeling thinking aloud. Walk pupils through your thought process. In literacy, model editing a sentence. In maths, model breaking down a problem into steps. This normalizes thinking, shows pupils that challenge is navigable. They don't have to get it right immediately. Collaborative learning is brilliant too. Pupils thrive when they can discuss ideas, justify reasoning, hear different perspectives. In Year 5 science, pupils might work in small groups to design an experiment. One plans, another observes, another records. Even hesitant pupils suddenly stretch themselves. They share ideas, question assumptions, push each other to think deeper. Can you feel the buzz I'm talking about? The hum of discussion, the aha moments, that's what we're aiming for. But structure is just as important as challenge. Pupils need to know what success looks like, and it's okay if they don't achieve it immediately. Scaffolding strategies, essential. Year 4 literacy, pupils might be asked to write persuasive letters, some independent, others need sentence starters or visual frameworks. Over time, scaffolds are removed, pupils gain confidence, tackle challenges on their own, like training wheels. You remove them when ready. Feedback, not just good job, right? Specific, actionable, encouraging. Maths, I see how you used reasoning here, how could you extend it? Literacy, I like your descriptive language, what else could you add to make your character even more vivid? Small prompts, big impact, encourages stretch without shutting down effort. Risk and resilience, hand in hand, pupils will make mistakes, and that's gold. Encourage reflection. What did I try? What worked? What can I try differently next time? Builds persistence, growth mindset. Monitor engagement, too easy, boredom, too hard, frustration, disengagement. Observe body language, listen to discussions, check work, adjust challenge in real time. Environment matters too: flexible seating, clear visual examples, accessible resources, a culture of curiosity, maybe a challenge corner in Year 3, brain teasers, coding tasks, multi-step maths problems. Pupils know they can safely stretch themselves. Parents, don't forget them. Many worry when work seems hard. Keep them informed. Your child is tackling multi-step problems. It's challenging, but they're developing critical thinking, resilience. Framing challenge positively builds home support. Mini scenarios. Reception, explaining block or shape choices. Year 2, story with a surprise ending, using sentence starters. Year 4, multi-step maths or planning a class activity. Year 5, designing and testing a science experiment, predicting outcomes. Year 6, researching historical perspectives, presenting evidence-supported arguments. Remember the learning sweet spot: challenge enough to stretch thinking, scaffolded when needed, celebrate effort, safe for mistakes. Pupils thrive. If you're an educational company and would like to advertise with us or sponsor a future episode of the Inspiring Welsh Schools podcast, we'd love to hear from you. Partnering with us connects you with schools and teachers across Wales. Showcase how your work supports education. Email us at inspiringwelshschools@gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in today. High expectations, sweet spot of challenge, scaffolds, collaboration, safe spaces, meaningful feedback. Pupils take risks, develop resilience, stretch their learning. That's what it's all about. This has been the Inspiring Welsh Schools podcast, a company led by teachers and inspiring the future. Like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. Next time, we'll continue exploring practical strategies and professional insights. Tune in next time, and until then, keep reflecting, keep sharing, and keep inspiring the learners in your classrooms.